the night of December 2nd, 1989, in San Angelo, Texas, 10-year police veteran Sergeant Roe Wallace was making the rounds on his usual beat. At an all-night convenience store nearby, clerk Elsie Buttry was working alone.
As a patrol officer on the night shift is where I first met Elsie. But I also knew her because her son was coming up through the scouting ranks about the time I was a den master. And she's a real jovial type person, which made it kind of a pleasure to go in and just visit with her occasionally. But if a woman is working in these stores at night by herself, in some instances it works against the woman.
What can I get for you this morning?
This is a holdup. Give me all your money.
I'm not going to put up with that this morning.
Hey.
At 5:54 a.m., a call for help came into the San Angelo police.
911 emergency, may I help you? This is Elsie. Today is on the Bryant Freeway. I've just been robbed at gunpoint. Okay, did you get a description? Hold, just stay on the line with me. 1031 robbery just occurred with a 1032 in Bryant. Today's convenience store. 135, 141, a 1031 that just occurred. North Bryant for today's store. We'll stand by for more information.
As officers headed to the scene, dispatcher Joanne Tobias tried to get more information from Elsie.
Did you get a description? Has an earring in his left ear, baseball cap, sweatshirt, jeans, tennis shoes. Baseball cap, sweatshirt, blue sweatshirt.
I could feel my heart beating at the same time I was talking to her. At that time, I thought, I have to calm down, because if I let her know that I'm excited, she wasn't going to be able to give me the information.
You got your doors locked? No, he told me not to move, that he'd be watching me and shoot me through the windows. Okay, can you sit down somewhere? I'm down behind the cabinets where you can't see me. Okay, stay on the line with me. And your name is what? Elsie Buttry. Okay, it's okay. Did he hurt? He shot at the floor, and it kind of bounced up on my leg, but I'm all right. The second shell just still on the floor. Okay, he did shoot. 3 times. Shots fired, he did shoot. That subject, 1031 robbery. He does have a handgun, shot 4 fired, last seen on 21 foot towards Glenna.
One of the nearest officers to the scene was Roe Wallace.
But when I heard that shots had been fired, and of course knowing Elsie and her son, it kind of struck home. It kind of hit. It was almost like a member of your family.
Within 2 minutes of the call, the first squad cars arrived.
Roe is here now. Roe is there? Okay, well, you just talk to Roe, okay, Elsie? Okay, thank you. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye.
When I saw Roe, it was great relief. It's like the cavalry coming over the top of the hill.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, he shot at me, Roe.
She was really, really upset.
It's okay.
It really kind of hurt me to know that she'd been through that.
Officer Bill Mabe immediately began searching for the suspect.
As I came around behind the convenience store to check the area, I noticed that there was a pickup parked there. When I heard that shots had been fired in the store, you know there's an additional threat there, that this person is willing to use the gun that they're carrying. It appeared to have been there all night because all the windows had a very heavy dew over them. We had had a very heavy dew that night.
Two other patrol officers were sent to help with the search.
Officer Mabe, he's the type of officer that there's something that needs to be done. He was the type guy that would just go out there and do what needed to be done.
I'll be checking a vehicle, Digitech, 29.
I observed this car parked in the parking lot of a business that had closed approximately a month prior to this incident. All the windows on the car were clean. Any vehicle that would have been parked out overnight, the windows would have been covered with dew.
Police! Police!
Officer Bob Frazier was on routine patrol a few miles away.
Several other units announced that they were joining the chase. I advised dispatch that I was eastbound on Glenna, and I was going directly toward the chase.
Complex.
I believe they were traveling approximately 75, 80 miles an hour, so they was closing the gap between us pretty quickly. I pulled my unit across the road to set up a roadblock. When they were maybe 200 yards from me, it appeared to me that the suspect wasn't going to stop.
This suspect had a total disregard for his life and for the life of the officers involved. The lead police vehicle experienced some minor car troubles, and he began slowing down. But the suspect was getting away at that point. I pulled out and passed the two patrol cars in front of him and took up the lead position.
Model, 373, Mary John Edward.
Officer Maid pulled directly in behind his vehicle.
Police! Police! Put the gun down! Put it down! The gun's down!
Maid was probably in the most danger because he was in direct line of fire to the suspect.
Put the gun down now!
The suspect began pointing one hand at Maid, and then he was pointing back to himself, pointing at his chest.
Put the gun down now!
The scariest moment to me was when the officer yelled shots fired. I didn't know who had been hit, who was down.
131 headquarters for an ambulance.
This was the first time that I had ever shot anyone.
Officer Mabe had fired 3 times, hitting the suspect once.
Somebody go around over that side.
When I saw the blood on the back of the car, you just get a real sinking feeling. And you know that you've shot another person. And it's something that you try to prepare yourself for, but you never know that you're going to be able to do it until the time comes down.
I said, Bill, you did what you had to do. The man made up your mind for you. You didn't make that decision, he did.
The suspect subsequently recovered from the shooting. He was convicted of aggravated robbery and sentenced to 40 years in prison.
This is a nice reel.
A year and a half later, Elsie Buttery is still haunted by memories of that night.
I still see his face. And I have to keep a light on at night when I sleep. I cannot sleep in a dark house. And I still hear that gun go off.
I like helping people. I felt like Yeah, I helped out in doing something. Something was accomplished here, you know, and it made me feel good.
Joanne was great on that 911 line. She was real calm. She helped me to stay calm.
1:30.
You get a type of relationship between dispatchers and officers. It's like family, and you feel responsible for that person.
I was really impressed with every officer that responded on that call. It just kind of made the bond just a little more stronger.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's a feeling of relief that you got to go home that day, and he did. And you're proud of yourself for doing a good job. I know I did the best job I could.